Hello, Lee Mallett from Mallett Buildings. Thank you for joining me this afternoon. We're going to be finishing up our war with Fortify on his questions that he asked. I've got 2 left, and I'm going to address both of them today. And hopefully they'll keep sending questions so we can continue the show. But I got to get started on this other deal that we started. Yeah, I had a little more time. I want to put this on there so we'll see. This is how that got started with the intellectual war between the champion, Trent, against the challenger, Southern boys, my buddy, what's his name? Anthony. So Anthony sends in this text to one of my people. It would be down. I don't have the credentials to debate with Lee, but let me go live with Trent. We said, sure, go live with Trent. He said, bring it on. Is that a yes? I'll set it up. Make sure he has an earpiece so Lee can keep him in it. Well, I don't think so, but here we go. Hey, he has not responded, folks. We've been waiting for him. He's become a ghost. He hasn't called me to set up a time. He's running scared. Like Muhammad Ali, he's just running scared. But anyway, here we go. Hey, if you're listening, Anthony, don't, like Todd told you, be a man and come on board. You challenge us, and we're ready to take the challenge. Okay? We'll keep bringing it to you live every day, letting you know if he's going crickets and how long he's going crickets. But we are ready to take the challenge he made to Trent, the champion at Mallett Buildings. So let's get started. We're going to finish up today with the Fortify letters. There's 2 left, and we're going to be working on that. And now we're going to say, look, if you want to call in, always feel free, 337-391-5060. We'll go live with you, just like we did the other day. Or type in a question here, and we'll respond. However you want to do it. All right, remember, $500 discount on military personnel, healthcare workers, education, first responders. I know my competitors say they do this, but they don't advertise it. So I wonder, is it really true? I advertise it, so you ask me about it. I want you to know we do it. I want you to walk through the door and say, hey, I'm a veteran. I need that. I want that $500. Now, if the others aren't telling them you do that, how do they know in there to go ask? So they should advertise it, like I do. Okay, remember, the Elite or the Signature, $1,000 off when you walk through the door, automatic. I'll go over those 2 buildings here shortly. Hey, we have a referral program. You don't have to sell the building if you think you like what you hear about us. Hey, tell your friend about us. If they come buy a check and they give your name, we're going to send you a $200 check. All these people have sent their friends. What does that say about us, folks? Huh? Do you think they'd be sending all their friends if there was a problem? I appreciate them doing that. That's why I give them the $200. I really do appreciate them sending their friends here. Okay, now this week we got a 30 by 30 by 12 for $21,999, $24 a square foot. I think you'll all know this sale ends tomorrow. Okay, but if you come in, if you get a quote, it's good for 7 more days. So these sales will end tomorrow. Okay, our 30 by 50 for $29.99, $19.99. It all comes. This is my value buildings. It's my 3-star building. My competitors sell a 1-star, but my 3-star outshines their buildings all day long. All right, how about a 40 by 60, $41,999, $17 a square foot. You still get all those things, folks. Okay? Now, next week's special, starting Monday, we're going to be selling a 20 by 50 or 12 for $24.99 a square foot or $24,999. And you still get all that. So that's my value building. Or, hey, a 40 by 40 for $21.25 a square foot, $33,999. But look at the value per square foot. That's where you tell if it's a good deal. Okay? Let's check it out. Hey, how about a 30 by 80 by 12? $18.75 a square foot, $41,999. The square foot tells you the deal. This tells the money tells you it fits your budget. So we're going to start putting that square foot price out there on these ads. Okay? Here's a signature building. If you notice, everything that has the brown dot, that's what's added to the building, which makes this the signature building, which is the 2x scissor trusses, go from 4 and 12 to 5 and 12. These are all standard. Roof and wall insulation, 2 10 by 10 roll-up doors instead of 1, 6-year workmanship warranty. Okay? This is what makes this building more value. And then we got the man. If you just look at how much stuff's on the screen, what does that tell you? You got so much in this building, folks. All the green dots, so it's encompassed all the values, which are the white dots, all the yellows, which is the signature, and now all the added green dots is what this building has been added, standard in these buildings. Okay? My competitors don't have a standard except that one building. It's all I see advertised. Okay. Remember, we use a spec sheet on all 3 buildings. You call here, you're going to be sent a spec sheet immediately. Spec sheet can be used to see exactly what we have. And on this spec sheet, it gives you an opportunity. If you call, you can write down what they're check, and then send it to them, get them to initial all that and sign the bottom of it. Now we got an apples to apples, not some silliness. which is what they do. All right. Hey, Anthony, where are you at? You've disappeared on us, Anthony. We're looking forward. You wanted that challenge. Mallett has said, let's bring it on. I sure hope y'all don't do y'all's buildings that way. Y'all just don't show up. Y'all don't answer the phone. What's the deal here, Anthony? What is the deal? Come on, man. Trent, the champion, is waiting for you to come. And he won't need no earpiece, he told me. All right, let's get after Fortify and finish this show up on them two, huh? All right, remember, this is Fortify. Fortify being right here, a DBA of NCI Group. So is Reed's Metals now and Cardinals. Look at this menagerie, okay? Now, they're good at trying to bring all this together. That's what they do. And I'm going to show you, because that's probably the answer to a couple of these. Cornerstone, out of state. NCI, out of state. Reed's Metal, out of state. Convicted violator. Licensed less than 6 months. Hundreds of complaints. Not licensed. Okay? And this is what they say. Great service, great materials. Now, Fortify being a DBA of Cornerstone. Or NCI. And then somehow that's connected to Cornerstone. But they got 380 total complaints in the last 3 years. With 145 complaints closed in the last 12 months. I don't think that's a true statement. Right? Just let the facts speak where they need to speak. Okay. Hey, Fortify has been a licensed contractor for less than 6 months. Yet they claim they've been in business all these years down here in Louisiana. Well, they were operating illegally, apparently, because this is the only time they got a license. Not good. Now, this is kind of minute, but it's a factual statement. They add this ad. They say we're a licensed commercial and residential contractor on September the 7th. Well, not true. That was not till 9/10. Okay. Once again, you know what happened here. This salesman, this is what he gave the customer. When the customer sent this, he checked these, but they're not over here. I think that one's bad. Check that out. Everything he said here, he changed over here. So he was deceiving the customer. Trying to make the customer believe, oh, that's the same thing Mallett builds, when it is not the same thing. That is what they do. So get my spec sheets, make them sign them, initial them and sign them, and then make sure it compares to the other sheet. You're going to be surprised. I won't be. All right, so we got two left. We got this one, number 9, and number 10. All right, so let's hit it. Let's get through with this. Now remember, they sent this to me, and I'm just defending myself. All right, you say, his ad has little information, but here is your ad you posted the other day. Where does it say the type of screws used? Where does it say what type of framing, da-da-da-da-da? Where does it show street? Where's so little information? Well, let's get on it. Number 1, you have nothing. Number 2, this is the basics, but I'm going to send them a spec sheet. Where's your spec sheet? I'm going to send every customer a spec sheet. And that's where they get the information. So that when they call you, they'll be able to check catch you lying, if you like the first one did here, by checking everything which wasn't true. So this is where we do the spec sheet. But if you look back, at least we tell them a lot more than you tell them. But the spec sheet is where all the information is, folks. Let's keep going. All right, then the last one. You continue to bring up donations as if it's a competition, but since you bring it up all the time, do you realize our Home for Good project has built over remodel 800 needy families, over 150 different communities right across the country? Let's stop right there. What has Fortify done? You're in this community. You're in this state. What have you done in this state, Fortify? What you're doing here is you're going back with that conglomerate. And I don't know if those are roofs. I don't know what you did, and I really don't care because we're talking about here in this local community. You're taking money from the local community. What have you done for the local community? You can't do this. You can't do this. And not compare to us. All of our stuff, watch this. Well, let me finish this. Anyone who knows me or Mallett Builders understands that our commitment to giving back isn't about recognition. It's about making a real difference in our community. We support local programs, schools, and families because we care about where we live and work. If promoting the good we do inspires others like you, Fortify, to set up and give back to, then that's a win for everyone. So why don't you tell us, what have you done for this community or the state of Louisiana? Instead of trying to use Cornerstone when it's okay, so they've been around for a long time, but not in post-frame. We're talking post-frame companies. Now, in a few months, we'll be competing with you in metal, folks. Oh, wait till we get that started. They're good at coming in and wanting to deal with me, jump in my business. Wait till I jump in their business, which I'm about to do, which is the metal business, okay? We'll start rolling our own metal too. And we'll start competing on both sides. You came here to roll metal, then you got in my business. And that's okay. It's okay. Let's see how you like it when I go after you. Our success has given us the ability and responsibility to contribute, and that's something I'm proud of. Now, you're just, if we got rid of this, what could you say? Because this is all over the country. These people sell supplies and different things all over the country. Okay? And he's trying to utilize that to try to compete with what we give back to the local community and the state. I don't think that's apples to apples. I think that's an apple and an orange. So what is Fortify Building Solutions software done for the community? That's the question. Not that 800 across the United States of America, what have you done here? Because the majority of the money that you're bringing in is coming in from the local community. Ours is local and state-driven. LSU, Iowa, education, schools, I mean, where's your list? And we're not a conglomerate like Cornerstone, and we've given millions over the years, but to the local community and local state. So let's get back over here, folks. This says, I like to do the report card. Southern Style, all X's. Rob Bell, well, they got an F2. Precision, all X's. Ranger, all X's. Beck, all X's. Fortify, you got one check. Hey, get over here to Apache, one check. Brandon, one check. Roger, one check. Southern Quality, none. And then you get to us. I think the report card says it all. I really do. Why would you want to do business with somebody who, when you ask the question, they don't fit the T. They got F's everywhere. So now we have completed the list that Fortify sent to me in the series, and now it's done. And if he's got something else he wants to send me, I'll be glad to address it. Anybody else for that matter. All right? So I hope this answered all of these questions that he brought to my attention. Oh, now we threw it Fortify. Now I got to deal with this cat. He wants to fight or have a battle of who knows post frame. I think they sell pole barns. We sell post frame buildings, I think is what's happening here. Maybe he got scared when he got to thinking about it. He got scared of the champ. But if you recall in his text, he was ready to tackle the champ. But he's gone ghost on us, folks, and he hadn't showed up. So we won't keep bringing it up. So now it's been how many days? 2 days. No word. His friends need to tell him to come on up here. Let's get this show on the road. Or we can go to their office. My guys will move our whole operation to their office. Let's go. That way we can see your facility too. Yeah. I would really enjoy that. So I know he's listening, or he's got somebody listening. So Anthony, you got to come on down, man. Look, I did a good job here, though. I put a cool picture of you. You know, I could have used a dinky one, but I said, no, make him look like he's cool. I wouldn't take your shirt off if they think that's what you look like. I don't know if you look like that. I wouldn't know. But anyway, come on down, folks. We're going to y'all want him to come. I need Ty to call him and say, come on down, man. Come on down. You know, come on down, Anthony. Let's go. All right. Here we go. Southern Style. This is where their address is. Then they've been convicted. He might not want to come. You know, what's he going to say with this, folks? He made a challenge, and now he'd have to come up here and defend all this. It's not defendable. Okay? I guess if we're going to go to your place, I guess we're going to go here, huh? I don't know. I don't know where your location is. But according to your Secretary of State, this is where your operation is. Looks like a house for residence for me. Doesn't look like a business, but hey, you know, we can look at that. We can check it out. Then we got, here's the report card again. I don't know what he would do with the report card. What do y'all think? Maybe that's why he's not, but I'm going to keep pushing to come because, you know, he made a challenge, and we want to be respectful and say we're ready to go here or wherever you want to go, preferably your place of business. All right, so we got a 30 by 30 on sale for $21,999, $24 a square foot. I got a 30 by 50. This ends tomorrow, folks. $29.99, $19.99 a square foot. This is my value building. All right, then we got a 40 by 60 for $41.999, $17 a square foot. You can't beat that price, folks. All right, next week's special, starting Monday, we're going to be running a 20 by 50 at $24.99 a square foot, $24.999. Hey, I'm going to do a 40 by 40 for $21.25, $33.999, and I'm going to do a 30 by 80 at $18.75, $41.999. That's our value building. This is what it comes with. Call in one of our specialists. We'll send you the spec sheet. Check it out, shred prices, and we'll beat anybody's price by $1,000. Right here is where I said that. Now, that's one way you save $1,000, but let me tell you what you get for free. You get the report card. You get the company that's got all the checks for free. You don't have to deal with a company who's got X's all over the place because they don't meet these criteria. You get that for free, and I'll beat them by $1,000, spec sheet to spec sheet. Okay? All right, remember, we're open 24/7. My guys will answer the phone after 5 o'clock. Call after 5, call Saturday, call Sunday, wherever you want. They're on call 24/7, one of them. He will work with you because we want to be there for you when it's convenient for you, not when it's convenient for us, okay? So look, they're waiting and they're going to be ready to answer your questions. Hey, Anthony, this is going to go on till you show up. Folks, y'all need to call him. His friends, hey, all your friends that don't like what we do here, here's this chance to get the big man right here at the chair with my champion, Trent Clark, and let the intelligence fight begin. That's what we're interested in. I'm going to keep asking you to come, Anthony. You know, you challenged us, and we're taking the challenge, but we can't seem to get you here. What is the problem?
We're taking bets.
Oh, they want to start taking bets around here now. God dang. Lord, man, I was going to bet on you. I had a little confidence after you did that, but I'm starting to wonder I better not bet too much money on you showing up. All right. Now, let's finish this up. Now, that's the show today, folks. It's a Friday. We're having fun. Hey, that's what we do here. We love every second. Anthony, we want you to come. Hey, mano to mano. My man is ready. But anyway, y'all give us a call at 337-515-2154 or call the office at 337-214-0428. Y'all have a great weekend, and hopefully by Monday, Anthony's going to call and set up a time for the fight. Once again, folks, have a nice weekend.